which is fine because the run was dead anyway.
Oh, did you just normal exit again?
It's good practice though, because I did it pretty quick.
Because I was like, wait, why didn't the secret path?
Yeah, that's what I thought. That wasn't even like, that was well after I opened the video that I made the mistake. Down the super, because he knows what happens in the ride, but he still says apparently it spins around or something.
Jekyll, do you want to go down the super slide with me?
Ooh.
Nice. Adam, I'm gonna go down the super slide.
Wow.
Apparently.
That sounds like a good time. But the question is, have you ever been on live TV?
Yes, I have, but not on national TV.
Okay. Explain.
Well, it was this stock market competition between schools,
Yeah.
and my class came. I think we won it. We won it or came second, one of the two.
Oh.
And we were supposed to send two representatives to the award ceremony. That
Yeah.
was one of those two.
Really? How old were you at the time?
This was in high school, so it's like
Oh.
I was 17 maybe.
Okay. That's pretty good. Oh. Oh.
You should have just pretended that you were Dutch.
Yeah. Well, I know I've been on live TV at least once. I'm trying to think if there was any other times. But, yeah, I was on a game show when I was in primary school. Like, I was super young, so it's pretty much not even me at that point. But
Well,
yeah.
it's you, but it's young.
So yeah, there's this show in Australia called It's Academic. It's like a quiz show for primary school kids. I don't think it exists anymore, and I never watched it anyway. But yeah, I was on that for 2 episodes actually. The first episode I was super good and got all the questions right and we progressed. And then the second episode I was super trash, got everything wrong, and we got eliminated. So yeah, got past one round at least.
You should have cheated in the second round as well.
Yeah, well, you couldn't exactly just look it up on your phone back in those days. So you had to know it.
Yeah, Cal, that's annoying. If I were you, I would like to know what they were asking about.
Yeah, I've actually never watched that tape of me on that show. I'm pretty sure I have it around here somewhere, but I've never watched it. So that'd be something interesting to see one day.
Oh, actually, I've been on the news as well.
Oh yeah, what for?
Well,
I say
I was
what
at
for, I
football,
mean like well, probably what was it rather than what for. I don't think you were a convicted pedophile or something getting reported on the
No.
news. Yeah, so what was it on?
no, like I was at a football match, and then the video that they used while they were talking about the match, like there was some violence, and I was in the background.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's another time I was on TV. It was... So there's the ABC is our like government-owned channel. I'm trying to speak
Is it a
well.
rip-off of BBC
What is
or?
called. It's owned, like, it's the same company as BBC, basically, so yeah, it's that sort of thing. Which is good, because it means they have licensing for things like Doctor Who to show those free on Australian TV, which is nice. But yeah.
Night Jackal, it's not a video of me punching someone, it's a video of someone in front of me punching someone else in front.
Is there a clip of that somewhere? I'd like to see that.
I don't think so.
But yeah, it was actually, I've shown you The Chaser, the comedy group. Yeah, it was a couple of their shows. It's free to go and watch it in the studio. So I went and saw a couple episodes, and on one of the episodes, the audience camera is directly on me when it cuts to the laugh. So yeah, you can see me.
Well, did you laugh?
I did. You can't not laugh. It's like, when you're there, laughing's your job as the crowd. So you gotta laugh.
Well, you only laugh if it's funny.
Well, yeah. It was all pretty funny.
Yeah, Norax, it's so strange when that happens. You just go out to fight and then somehow you just end up at a football game.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. So I've been on TV twice.
You're almost famous.
I wasn't on the TV for the interviews at ASM. I was just behind the cameraman, well, not behind, how do I explain it? Like, they had the camera pointed at the cameraman in front of the ASM setup, and then we were sitting just in front of the cameraman, like behind the camera. So we got the live performance of him reciting his lines to the camera. But yeah, a couple people were interviewed. I know Steven's been interviewed for those things a couple times. So he's basically famous.
Well, I actually got interviewed by the local newspaper when I was 7 or 8.
Oh yeah?
Because our school burnt down. Someone burned it down. And the fire started in my classroom.
Oh, why did they burn it down?
Nobody knows really.
Wow. That's unfortunate. I mean, you probably thought it was awesome at the time. Like, yeah, no school.
Nah, you know, I was that young, so it was more like I'd like to go to school.
Okay, well that's before it was... You became disillusioned.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question. Who has stories of being in the local newspaper? I'm pretty sure I've been in at least once. One of them was just... We were having, like, my high school was having a concert coming up with all the students playing, and they just did a piece on us in the paper, and they got a picture of... It was like an awfully staged picture of all of us posing with our instruments. They're like, don't actually play anything, just like stand up with your instruments. Look like you're about to play some music. And yeah, it was in the paper.
Well, really, Anorex? That's honestly really bad.
Can you read that out to me?
Well, he was in the local newspaper when he died. The dicks at the funeral home reported the wrong person.
Oh, wow, that's a story though, isn't it? That was the day I died. Could even read it in the paper.
But like, that is proper bad.
Yeah.
That can really fuck with you.
My grandpa reads the deaths in the newspaper every day, and one time it was someone with his name that died. And he even got a call from one of his mates being like, are you dead? It's crazy, like, It's I'd never in a million years be reading the death notices in the newspaper, but that's just what people at his age are doing. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
well, they need to know if their friends are still alive.
yeah, and that's the way that they find out. Like we would just get a message on, you know, Discord or something from a family member.
But yeah, Anorex, that must still be like super annoying having to do that stuff.
Yeah, if you officially had to set the record straight, that's very annoying. Like I had a very small scale thing of that in high school. They managed to add a name on the end of my surname that isn't my name, and they didn't fix that for 4 years. So every single class I went to, the first time I went to the class, they would read the roll and they would read not my name, and I'd have to say nope, that's not my name, please cross that out, every time, and it was quite annoying.
Yeah, like I don't understand why dead people aren't allowed to drive. Sounds strange to me.
Yeah.
What was the reaction of the cop that pulled you over when he saw that you were alive but you were dead? Or how you would even say it?
That'd be dodgy, like the only people that would purposefully want to appear dead would be like serious criminals.
Yeah,
So,
or
like,
people that have done identity fraud or something.
yeah. So the cops probably like, oh shit, has this guy got a gun? You got arrested.
Am I correct in saying that Anorex is then the only one here right now that has been arrested?
Yeah, well, I haven't been arrested, as you might imagine.
Neither have I. And yeah, Jekyll, that's a good question as well. But like, Anorex, how did that conversation go with the police officer?
Yeah, I'm curious.
Because this is a good story.
Yeah. Oh, he thought you stole your identity. Yeah. Well, that's fair enough. So you had to prove you were you, basically. Which it surely wasn't that hard. Because, you know, like, when you have to prove your identity online or something, they ask, like, driver's license, maybe birth certificate, stuff like that. And you would have all these cards on you in your wallet already. A lot of them.
Yeah, but how many of those cards can really, like, show your identity in the US? Like, they don't even have proper identification cards in the US, right?
Yeah, I know the US is dodgy with their ID stuff. Like, social security numbers being awful.
Wait, $600 to just get your car out of impound. That sounds super expensive.
Yeah, I'm afraid to tell you that's a huge ripoff.
I think you can get cheaper parking somewhere else.
Like, surely, if it's at no fault of your own, they can't charge you that. Surely.
Well, that would be the logical thing.
Yeah, I feel like
if you actually did commit a crime, then yeah, I guess it's fair. but otherwise they should not.
I feel like
Charge.
no other developing country would do that, or developed country, I mean, would do that. I feel like that's a US.
I like
kind
to
of
just
thing
call
to
the
do.
US a developing country.
Well, slip of the tongue. Like, there's just no way that would slide in a lot of countries.
Yeah, but it's still just super wrong that had to happen.
Yeah, that's like obviously not right. Like, I feel like, yeah, if you went the legal route, you would pay more than that. But like, I feel like you could just pester them for ages as well. There's always that option. Like, just keep phoning up different people, talk to all the free numbers you can ring, basically, like Ombudsman or other people.
I don't know how it is in Australia or US, but at least in Sweden, like, if you take a case like that to court or fight a legal battle, if you win, the losing party will cover all your expenses as well. And if you lose, you have to cover the winning party's expenses. So.
Yeah. I'm not entirely sure how it's done here, but that would be a logical thing. But it's like, that's an obvious thing when you have money settlements involved, but not so obvious when it's just about getting rid of a fine. So I'm not sure. This isn't good. Okay, we're fine.
Yeah, that sounds about right for the US, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah, same. Keep the poor people poor.
You're correct, Jekyll. That was a norm.
Do I have to do the orb thing?
Please don't. Like, I don't even do it when I'm commentating tournament races or anything like that.
I feel like that would be the worst time to do it.
Yeah, Jekyll, it's even worse when you play it for the first time, because like, you just don't understand what's happening. You don't know what to expect, like which blocks are gonna move, which are gonna stay still.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of this, like, I'm making this level look a lot easier than it is when you're trying to work it out.
Like, even experienced Kaiser players struggle with a level like this just because it's not the typical thing.
Yeah.
Well, Anarax, I would love to see you try it.
I reckon you should play it blind and stream it, Jackal.
I think that everyone should play my hack, because it's really fun to watch people play the hack.
Exactly.
Well, this weekend I had some friends over who tried out this game, and like they can't really beat Vanilla Super Mario World. Well, one of them have beaten it once or twice as a kid, but like they can't beat it easily. And they managed to do like 2 jumps or something. and they tried out 5 or 6 levels. It's like some other levels they didn't manage to get the first jump, and for other levels it's yeah, they managed to do 1 or 2. Yeah, that's fair, Anorax. And as I told you before, my offer still stands that you can just hit me up if you want some help with learning it. And I can do... Well, I will do what I can to try and help you.
Yeah, I can't help you.
Well, Adam, you're great no struggle runner.
Yeah. I still don't think I've submitted a time for that. Or highlighted a time or anything to that effect.
You should, and then you should join the Super Mario World Discord, and then I will give you the Super Mario World runner's role.
Nah.
Then you can brag for all your friends that you're a Super Mario World runner.
I think I'm gonna stay away from the S&W Discord. Not that it's necessarily a bad Discord, just too many messages and not enough fucks given.
That's actually fair. That's the reason now why I stay away from most Discords.
Yep.
Why would that shock you, Anorax? Because that seems like something that's quite logical to me. People would be interested in those.
Damn it.
Oh, that was close.
If I just like was a bit slower to fall, would have lined up fine. Ooh, this is dodgy. Okay. Okay, I'm going fast instead. That works.
Yeah, well, there are new people there as well. Like a lot of people do start off with emulator and then buy a console if they find it fun to speedrun.
Yep. That's exactly what I did. I mean,
Yeah, same here.
not really by... It wasn't even so much choice, it was just... Like, I would have the console if I lived in America, but PAL is no good. So... I had to invest in all these NTSC consoles.
Well, for me it was rather cheap to buy it anyway, since I have the best retro shop that I know of in my country. And they only sell the Japanese versions of everything, which is perfect. Yeah, exactly, Anorax. That's what's so great with you providing that option. Yeah, I still haven't played the PAL Super World since starting speedrunning. Just because my older sister just refuses to let me have our old SNES that we had as kids.
Wow.
And she doesn't even have it plugged in, so I can't play it at her place either.
You can't just borrow it?
Well, maybe, but...
Technically the SNES I'm playing on is borrowed.
I don't know if that counts as borrowed anymore.
Well, if the person that owns it ever says they want it, then I'll give it back. but it hasn't happened yet. Like, it was one that was just sitting in the cupboard of one of my friends. So I was like, hey, can I have that SNES? Or borrow the SNES? But yeah, if they ever wanted a bit of money, then I'd happily give it back. They can sell it and I'll buy a new one.
Yeah, cool. I found that mechanic really interesting though. That if you go above a certain speed on the ropes, you just fall through them.
What ropes?
Some ropes in Grand Prix World 2.
Oh. I haven't seen any of that really.
And you're ahead of PB.
Yeah.
Nice. I guess the only thing we need to do for you to play well is talk about being dead while not being dead and PAL Super Nintendo.
Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna need some more local news stories about the chatters.
Well, it's not a local news story about me, but it's a local news story about a building that was right next to the school that burned.
Yeah.
So yeah, like, basically, within 2 years we had 5 buildings within like just a few streets burning or burning down.
Why?
And well, I guess someone liked to burn stuff. But yeah, this building that was right next to the school, it's got burnt down, and when the firefighters arrived at the site, they found a man laying in the ditch, passed out with a bottle of vodka and a bottle of lighter fluid right next to him.
Oh.
So they quite quickly understood why it was burning.
Yeah. You could say that.
And yeah, I knew who that was because he has the same age as my older sister.
Oh. Yeah. You actually don't see that many burnings in Australia of that sort. I think it's because Australia is so hot, like, fire is really treated as a serious thing here. Like, it's just not a common crime like arson in Australia. I don't know. It could, yeah. Maybe it's other factors. Maybe it's just about the crime rates, but it could be a cultural thing.
Yeah, you know, in our part of the world, we need fire to survive during the long, cold nights.
Yeah.
Everyone has a fire in the room, just so they don't freeze to death while they're sleeping.
Yeah, like fireplaces are not a thing here, really. Anyone with a fireplace just has like electric or gas fireplace that you can easily turn off.
Yeah, exactly, Jakob. And like that's why the crime rate in Australia is so low. Because all of the Aussies did the things back home and then didn't feel like doing it anymore.
The thing is, when the Europeans colonized Australia, like, they actually didn't do enough burning. They had the policy of like, oh, they were still thinking like, yeah, we should never burn down forests or whatever. But the Aboriginals already knew exactly what sort of controlled burning you should do to keep the trees healthy. And it took the Europeans ages to work that out.
Well, isn't a big part of Australia desert just because the Aboriginals did burn down a lot of forests?
Hmm? What do you mean?
Like that a lot of the parts that are deserts now wasn't
Oh.
deserts before, but because of
Yeah.
human influence that they are deserts now.
I don't think that's very true. Yeah, look, there wasn't an awful lot of conversation going on at that time.
Well, maybe you guys need to get better at communicating.
I mean, I refuse to be bundled in with you guys in this situation.
Why? It's your ancestors, of course you have to answer for what they did.
Oh yeah.
I think it was more like, run away, this is my land now.
Yeah.
Oh, you gained a follower because of the Just stream, Adam.
Hmm? Oh, sorry,
Someone in
I'll
chat.
read that in a second. Or can you just tell me what it says?
Yeah, well, he was confused about why he was following you, and then he went in here and he realized that you were the guy that did a co-stream with Just.
Oh, right. Okay. I honestly thought I didn't get any followers from that when I looked after the stream. So that's interesting. Hey, I'm
Well,
still
to be fair,
ahead.
you and Just are a bit different. You are not as loud as he is.
You could say that. And I haven't got the green screen going. Layout's a bit different. Oh, that stream was so much fun, honestly. Like, there were at least 3 or 4 times when I was laughing so hard that I was crying.
Yeah, I like this dog snake part.
Yeah, the block snake was just too much, man. It was too much. It was just the perfect setup for it because everything else in the game was exactly the same as vanilla. And then that
Yep.
was just horribly broken.
Did you end up doing the flights, or how did you get past it?
Yeah, we flew. I'll explain in a second.
Yeah, Steven said everyone I've seen doing it just did the flight strat.
I'm pretty sure. Well, Roy Flight wasn't really an option for us, so we just had a cape like saved in the inventory, and then we would make that in use like halfway through the level. Go up. No, that's no good. I'm messing this up big time.
Come on, you can do it.
I swear
Andrax,
it was-
Jekyll, and Squeak the Weak, and me, all of us believe in you.
Yep. No. I'm doing it the same as I did before, but it's not lining up. Okay, there we go. And the sketchy jumps, cool. That took way too long.
Well, yeah, you have a few minutes on you to get the world record.
Yeah, it seems likely, in my opinion. But you're gonna have to carry the chat experience for a while.
Well, isn't that why I'm here?
Yeah.
I mean, like, nobody's watching you for just watching you, right?
Actually, never mind about that. I'll just get it like second try.
GG. That was actually quite impressive.
Yeah, it's not bad, is it? That's
No,
a
that's really
5.5 minute time save.
That, my dear Shatters, is a world record.
Yeah, and that's a world record on the new SMW Central approved version of the ROM hack.
Yeah. So now we need to watch the credits.
We will have to watch the credits. Yeah.
Just to celebrate this.
We had to go into the level on Roy's Castle as Small Mario, get the pattern where there was just a one-tile gap at the top, and then run ahead of the snake into the middle section, and then we took off and flew from there. Would get the cape down, then fly, and then do the level as usual. That's the way we worked out to do it. Because yeah, we weren't gonna do like actual Roy fly.
You should have.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks for the GGs.
I always smile when I see Sander with the cross. I really like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Adam really should. He should clap along with the music. I can't hear it, so.
I do sometimes. I'll do the list. It's probably out of sync with the stream, actually. Capture card audio. I don't know, maybe there's no delay anymore. Who knows? But special thanks to me. And then some...
Oh, and you need to read this quote at the end.
Some incomprehensible garbage at the end.
La lettura è una immortalità all'indietro.
Yep. It was good, okay. We had the synchronized clapping going. Very important. And we've got some good stories in that world record. If anyone watches it back, we've got the news stories and dying.
Yeah, that's the best story that ever existed.
Yeah, that's a good story.
That is now alive.
We've got many things mentioned. What else do we talk about? It's so hard to remember these things.
Yeah, the actually kid. That's also great.
Oh, the actually kid, yeah. We've got Nikos not rating us in there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, actually kid was last round, the one that you reset.
Oh, really? Was it?
Yeah, because that's when you reset, when you beat.
Oh, because I messed up. Yeah. I forgot that I did 3 runs, and the second one was cut short by a tragic mistake.
Oh, I can't remember. Have your enemy already been passed on stream?
Yeah, it would have been by now. I'm pretty early on.
Yeah. Almost reputable.
That'd be like adding 3 minutes on the start of the VOD. People would be so confused. GDF.
Look at all these enemies that you defeated.
Yeah. Darbian.
Do you feel that enemy fits Darbian?
Sure. It's a pretty chill enemy. It's sort of just going about its thing, rotating around.
Yeah, it's just doing it like it doesn't react to anything anyone else does.
It goes about its usual cycle, you know. It's metaphorical to Darbian, doing the same runs over and over again. Just being chill about it. So yeah, I approve. And then it just goes on forever and there's no indication, so you would never know what's going to happen, and then it doesn't save the last exit. So yeah, nice ROM hack.
Yep.
And I'm going to cut the VOD